Hello everyone, this is going to be a quick video today. We're talking about the Archean Eon. So today's aim, what do we know about the Archean Eon? The do now says geologic time is broken into how many sections, and they are what? ... So I'll give you a minute to find your rusty, dusty, trusty ESRT. Take that out, flip open to pages 8 and 9, and try and figure it out. Mini lesson again, like I said, this is going to be a short one. Earth's history, Precambrian Earth, and life's history. In particular, we're talking about the Archean, which is the way earliest. This is right after the Earth formed. So that lovely picture that we see there with the trees and the mountains and everything. Picture that, except without trees. And instead of a lake, maybe make it like a lake of fire. I don't know. Alright, so the activity you'll be getting in class, summary, discussion, review, exit slip, and lastly, for homework, complete the one-page report due, typed in double space, and again, you will have seen that in class. So, how many different sections is the geologic time broken into? That really depends on how you talk about it, but easiest way to put it would be we have eons, eras, periods, and then epochs. Eons being the largest, and if you could see here in this one section, start off at today at 0 million, and we go all the way down to around, 550 million years ago, giving us the Phanerozoic. And if you recall, Phanerozoic just means the period where we have life. Cenozoic is the most recent. Mesozoic is the second most recent, again known for being the period of dinosaurs. And then lastly we have Paleozoic. Before this black line, if you go further down here, there's really very little, pretty much no life in this area. If you take a look in the Precambrian again, before life, we have a section called Proterozoic. Proterozoic basically means before life. If you go down a little bit further, you can see the Archean. Archean is what we're going to be talking about today. So, simply put, we really don't know that much about the Archean. There's very little fossil evidence, and there's very little rocks that are left from that. But to put it easily, it's during the Archean Eon, Earth had its first solid surface. Earth is cooler during the Archean, but it has still produced twice as much thermal energy as present. So the actual planet, the weather was cooler, but the Earth itself generated a lot of heat. So if you remember when we talked in class, we said that the Earth produced something like 55 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures if you dig a hole like 10 feet down. It doesn't matter if it's snowing or if it's a heat wave, it's always going to be around that temperature. The oldest rocks discovered are from this eon, and lastly, extensive volcanic activity. This is just after that hellscape period that we all have come to learn about. So really not that much molten rock on the surface, because it was a little bit cooler. The sun was a little bit cooler back then, so that was part of it. So at the very end of that Archean period, we had some of these really long-lived, old organisms. In particular, we had cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria, you might have heard us talk about in class in the form of blue-green algae or stromatolites. That's what these little things are. Right? Kind of look like stacks of pancakes if you get to see them up close. See, in relation to a person, they're all not that big, but these are some of the earliest living things. So here are your stromatolites. Again, blue-green algae. They kind of form layers. They're microscopic organisms. And as far as finding rocks from this time period, it's difficult. For the most part, we have to go all the way up into Canada to find rocks that are this old. but we can find them in certain spots, like in the Rocky Mountains. There's a couple of really old rocks. Again, probably around 3 billion-ish, 4 billion years old. But again, not as old as Earth. Remember, Earth was about 4.5 billion years old. The universe was probably closer to 13.7 billion. And that's it. So this was a short one. Next time around it'll probably be a lot longer. That's it. Hopefully this is the only video I have to make. I'll find out tomorrow, which would be Monday, because I'm recording this on Sunday night. I'll find out if I'm going to be out any further. Alright, have a wonderful weekend, and miss you all.